What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV back. The Premier League is back, and we are back with another predicted lineup. Obviously, we travel to Selhurst Park for a 12:30 kickoff tomorrow morning. That kicks off the start of a massive and jam-packed Premier League weekend. A lot of team news to get through today. So, Sim, do you want to run us through the team news so far?
Quicker to say who's fit rather than who's not.
Yeah, literally.
So we all know Romero, Sanchez, Lo Celso are quarantining in Croatia at the moment, getting their fitness up as they have a 10-day quarantine ahead of their return to Spurs. Nuno confirming they're only set to return 1 day before the Chelsea game, so they're ruled out for this weekend, of course, and also potentially on Thursday. Son, quite worryingly, he's now looking very, very likely to be missing out on Saturday, and Nuno was asked whether he can confirm whether the injury was a long-term injury or not, and he said he's not sure, and he's going to wait for the medical team to assess his injury, but he seems to be pretty much ruled out for the weekend. Ryan Sessegnon, he's confirmed to be out with a hamstring injury as well, and then Steven Bergwijn is a doubt after had ice on his ankle after going off injured for the Holland game, but Nuno was yet to confirm whether he's fit or not for Saturday. But one player who did return to training was Ollie Skip. He was seen in training on Friday. Nuno also said they're going to assess him today, but it looks like he is set to be fit to play a part on Saturday. So that is the team news going to weekend. And Ndombele is also back in the squad after being frozen out in August after seeking a move. He's had talks with Nuno. He's now ready to sit down and fight for his place in the team, and he's back in the squad and he's available to play.
Yeah, I mean, it is worrying news about Heung-min Son, isn't it?
Yeah, very worrying.
He does love a goal against Crystal Palace, and it's worrying that he's out. It really is. We'll have to wait and see, as Nuno says, for the kind of medical reports and all that kind of stuff to come through. But it is very damaging that he is definitely out for this weekend, and who knows how long for as well, seeing as Chelsea and Arsenal coming up as well, just around the corner.
So it's not great news on Sonny. Hopefully it's nothing too bad and he'll be fully fit on next week, but for sure it looks like he's going to be out. And at this point I wouldn't risk him for tomorrow. Yeah,
I mean, we were saying it yesterday, if there's any slight kind of worry that it could further his injury, then don't play him. But this seems further than that.
Looks like more than a slight, doesn't it?
Exactly. But let's get into the predicted lineup. We're going for a 4-3-3 formation. Obviously, in goal is going to be captain Hugo Lloris, our record Premier League appearance maker. And there was rumours about him getting a new contract, so hopefully he carries on his fine form.
Yeah. Had a good start to the season, 3 clean sheets, carrying on his form from last season where I thought he had a really good season. So, yeah, of course he starts in goal.
So that's Hugo Lloris in goal. Right back, we're going to look at Japhet Tanganga. Obviously, Emerson, our new signing, could come in. Matt Doherty's there as well. But we feel like Japhet Tanganga is going to be there because, you know, he needs to deal with Zaha, and it might be a bit too much for Emerson to come in on his debut.
Yeah, and I also feel like he was talking about Emerson, Nuno, in his press conference, and he was saying how Emerson's a very offensive fullback, but he needs to improve his English because at the moment he's only talking to Lucas Moura in the squad. He's only hanging out with Lucas. And I feel like to be thrown in the deep end when it's your kind of first game, maybe the communication's not quite there yet as well with the back line. So I think, especially when you're coming up against someone like Wilfried Zaha potentially anyway, he's going to want to try to minimise as much disruption to that back line as possible, and keeping Tanganga at right back does that. So I think that's why we've gone with Japhet.
Yeah, and you probably expect Emerson to play Thursday night as well.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be his first game. Ease him in.
Yeah. So Tanganga right back, centre back. The right centre back we're going to go for is Joe Rodon. Seeing as we put Tanganga at right back, we don't have much choice.
Yeah, there was a choice to either put Emerson in and Tanganga centre or put Rodon in. I just feel like Nuno's not going to want to disrupt that back line as much as possible, and having Joe Rodon, who's fully fit, he was in training, got called up for Wales, so he's definitely fit to play. Obviously, whether he's got the match fitness or not.
Didn't play for Wales though.
He didn't play for Wales, but he was in training on Friday as well for Spurs, full team training. So I think he should be fit enough to play in this one. So we're gonna, and I think in terms of communication-wise, he's not going to have a problem with that just yet. So I think Rodon comes in, and he should also have maybe a bit more aerial presence, deal with potential Benteke threat if he starts. So I think Rodon comes in.
Yeah, definitely. And then alongside Joe Rodon, we're going to put Eric Dyer. And with Eric Dyer and Joe Rodon as our back two, as a partnership back there, I mean, like you said, for Joe Rodon with the aerial presence, they should both have that aerial presence and really should not get bullied by Benteke.
Yeah, and hopefully Dyer, more senior centre-back now, he hopefully is that calming presence as well to ease Rodon into the game if he's struggling a bit. But yeah, both of them are quite decent in the air. I prefer Rodon. He's a bit more taller, a bit more physical than Dyer, but Dyer as well has got good record aerially. So yeah, hopefully it should be all right for Saturday. Even if it's Benteke or Edouard, hopefully they should have enough.
Yeah. So yeah, and then a left back of Sergio Reguilon. It'll be a big day for Reguilon as well, because Zaha likes to switch the flanks and what have you, so he'll be getting trouble from Zaha as well as Japhet Tanganga. So I mean, I call on Reguilon to carry on his good defensive display so far.
Yeah, but saying that, if Tanganga plays, he should have more license to go forward, shouldn't he? So he's going to need to provide that width down that left hand side, especially if it's him link up. We'll see who's going to play on the left-hand side. If he's going to have
no spoilers, mate.
No spoilers, but if he is on the left-hand side, he's going to have a lot of responsibility there, because there's going to be a young player potentially there on the left-hand side.
I said no spoilers.
I didn't tell you. I didn't say who it was.
So that's a back four so far. Obviously, Hugo Lloris in goal, Tanganga right back, Reguilon left back, Dyer and Rodon in the centre-back positions. The furthest back midfielder, we're going to go for Ollie Skip. Like we said, he was a doubt coming into this game, but as he has trained and the media reporting that it looked like he will play, we're going to go for Ollie Skip there.
Yeah, I think Ollie looks like he's back fit. And I saw a video of him training in first team training on Friday, so looks like he's going to be available for Saturday, and I think he is available. You just got to stick him in because he provides that protection, and if he needs to go off, then you bring on Wingster and Ndombele, but I think you start with Skip in this one.
Definitely. So alongside Skip, in the second of a midfield three will be Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who'll be very important in this game in his kind of box-to-box role, helping out Skip at the back and also helping start attacks as well.
Definitely, and it was great again for Denmark in the international break. He really started the season really, really strongly, carrying on his good form from the Euros where he got in team of the tournament. So really good stuff from Pierre, and yeah, obviously he has to start.
Yeah, and then to make up the midfield three will be Dele Alli to carry on his kind of hard man display in the middle of the park, reinventing himself. So just carry on with the same mentality, Dele.
Yeah, hopefully he kind of acclimatises more to that role, and that we can see him a bit more further forward. Hopefully see him in more attacking positions, and he can really show off that creativity and his ability we know he has in the final third, which he just hasn't been able to do so far this season. But I think hopefully the more he plays this role and the more he gets used to it and learns how to strike that balance, the better it will be for him. So I don't think Ndombele is going to be thrown in, so I think Dele definitely retains his place.
With Ndombele back in the frame now, surely Dele's got to be looking behind his back.
Has to be. With Ndombele is going to be fighting for his place, and Dele has to make sure his performance levels doesn't drop. I think at the moment it's Dele's place to lose, but if he drops his performance, there's going to be a very good player in Ndombele waiting in the wings, and if Ndombele grabs that spot, it's going to be difficult to fight off him.
I don't even think it's just about dropping performances. It's about creating a bit of a creative hub in there in the middle of the park, because that's what we've been lacking really in these first three games of the season. Only scored a goal a game. Yeah, I know we've created a few chances, but we need to be better creatively. We need to be better going forward, and I think Dele Alli, as much as he's been good this season, he hasn't done enough going forward for me, and that's why he needs to be looking over his shoulder. Obviously, his work rate and his work ethic has been brilliant this season, but he's just missing that bit of play to him that we need going forward. And I think that if he doesn't provide that, never mind how much he works, I think Ndombele will be seeing minutes.
Well, it depends, because Nuno values that hard work very, very highly, and if Ndombele is not going to do that, or if he doesn't do it, unless Dele drops it, I think at the moment Dele's got it secure. At the moment, I think he needs to carry on working the way he is. And obviously, he needs to add that element to his game. I agree with you, but I think at the moment, Dele just can't let his performances drop. I think if Ndombele gets in there, it's going to be hard to shift him. Yeah.
All right, and so that's a midfield three. Right-hand side of the attack is Lucas Moura. Obviously, he's had a good start to the season, but we need to see him contributing more in the final third with the end product.
Yeah, had a disappointing game against Wolves, but came on against Watford and was brilliant in the last half an hour or so.
And obviously, he was brilliant against Man City as well.
And obviously, he had a great, So... I obviously he has to start. We're lacking in options, to be honest, but I don't think it's an undeserving start by any stretch of the imagination for Lucas. So he has to start in this game, and hopefully he has he gets that inconsistency out of his game, because that's what's holding him back a lot of the time.
So Lucas on the right for all you Morosexuals out there. Up top, Harry Kane. Who else but Harry Kane? Pretty much our only option, seeing as Son is out. Not much to say about Harry Kane.
No, of course. I mean, he needs to get his first goal of the season already, but yeah, other
It's
than
not
that,
August anymore, so.
exactly. So he should be all right.
And then on the left-hand side, we are looking at Brian Hill to make his Premier League debut. Impressed, obviously, massively in the second leg against Passos. And if he can put that sort of performance, replicate that in the Premier League against much better opposition, then we do have a gem on our hands here.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm very looking forward, if Hill does start, to see how exactly he performs and how he adjusts to a Premier League level game. And if he can really stand out and really make an impact, then I really believe he can be in for a big season and maybe make a big impact this season. So I'm looking forward to see how he performs. A bit of pressure on him because of the injuries we have, but I think it's an opportunity. Hopefully the Son and Bergwijn injuries aren't too long term, so that it doesn't have too much pressure on him, but hopefully he sees it as an opportunity to stake a claim for the first team. I'm looking forward to see how he performs. I really am.
All right, so let's just run through that team with you one more time. So that's a 4-3-3 formation with Hugo Lloris in goal, Japhet Tanganga right back, Reguilon left back, Dyer and Rodon in the centre back positions. A midfield three of Oli Skip, Dele Alli, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Gil on the left, Lucas on the right, Kane up top. What score prediction are you going for, Sim?
2-1 to Spurs.
2-1 Spurs.
Yeah, I think they'll get a goal, but hopefully our attacking talent in the team, even if it means we have to bring on Ndombele, could be enough to see us through. And with Harry Kane back off the back of 3-3 for England, hopefully he'll be on the score sheet as well. So I'm going for 2-1.
Interesting. I'm going for 1-0. I think it'll be a very, very tight game. Hopefully the defence can stay strong with Joe Rodon and Eric Dyer at the back, especially with Tanganga there helping them out as well. So I'm hoping for another clean sheet and to win by the odd goal. But I want to know your predicted lineup. I want to know your score predictions in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.